So in my brand new series of overanalyzing Rick and Morty, where I select episodes of Rick and Morty to overanalyze because the entire world has basically come together in this beautiful, united stance of Rick and Morty has fallen off. And as the one person that will defend Rick and Morty's honor, the only one who truly understands Pickle Rick, I will be covering the very best episodes of Rick and Morty, overanalyzing exactly why Rick and Morty is actually great. This time, we will be talking about an episode from the season that a lot of people say this is when Rick and Morty fell off. People say that seasons 1 and 2 were great and ingenuitive and all that, but season 3 is where the fall off began. So now I will cover season 3, episode 7, the best episode in Rick and Morty, and one of the top 10 episodes of any show I have ever watched. So we will be jumping into it and overanalyzing this episode of Rick and Morty.
All right, Morty, you ready for our adventure to the lost city of Atlantis?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Mermaid puss! Mermaid puss!
Fuck's sake.
Mermussy! Mermussy! Sorry.
Hello.
That's not why the episode's good.
I'm Rick K22. This is my Morty. We're going from reality to reality, asking Ricks to contribute to the Citadel of Ricks Redevelopment Fund. What are you, stupid? We're done with the Citadel of Ricks. I was never on board with it in the first place. That's why I murdered everyone in charge and left it to rot. Oh, that was you.
Awkward.
Him first. Oh, jeez. Well, you'll be happy to know that the council's gone now. Yeah, he knows he murdered them.
You wanna
Yeah,
rant?
all right. You're pitching it to the wrong people,
In
homie.
your Morty every day.
The Citadel of Rick's Redevelopment Fund.
Morty,
Donate.
he's not gonna donate. You're pitching the policeman's ball to a black teenager here.
Oh, no. No!
Let's go. You don't have to be a dick. I think you know that's not true.
Jeez, I didn't know there were still Ricks and Mortys living on the Citadel. I wonder what their day-to-day lives are like.
Well, you can keep wondering that while we go on a fun, fresh, self-contained adventure to Atlantis. Anyone continuing to explore the Citadel is either stupid or one of the unfortunate millions held hostage by their terrible ideas.
True, just like me. Like, I think I'm funny, and Twitter keeps reminding me that I am not. I am, in fact, cringe. And that's when I double back with the ultimate clapback saying, I know I'm cringe. And then they have nothing on me after that.
Glad I'm not one of them.
This episode, the Tales from the Citadel Ricklantis mix-up episode, is, in my opinion, one of the greatest episodes in fictional history. Absolutely love the ever-living crap out of this episode. I love the whole canon idea, how most of the overarching storylines in this show are this concept of a Citadel of Ricks, because it's a multiverse, and in a multiverse there's infinite Ricks, so if there's infinite Ricks, they get together and make a government of Ricks. It's very wholesome and cute. But what I really appreciate and like is how we see society develop after the Citadel collapsed at the beginning of season 3.
Somewhere out on that horizon.
Because ultimately, since all these characters are Ricks and Mortys, just with slight differences based on their universes, we see so much about the different facets of how they see themselves and how they think. Like, I think that there is no character exploration episode better than this. Because here you have all these characters that are incredibly similar. So basically every mindset that any of them have is a mindset that any other of them have. So this is a really deep dive into the mind of Rick and Morty, even though their life circumstances has been different in their different reality.
Out beyond the neon lights, I know there must be something better.
It's like, imagine living in a world where everyone that you see and everyone you know, they're just different versions of yourself. Like, in a way, it's incredibly wholesome, right? Incredibly wholesome. Think about it. Like, no one understands me. I have people on Twitter throwing rocks at me because I made a cringe song 5 years ago. So they're all flipping out, getting, millions of views shitting on my cringe song. And, you don't want to deal with those people. You want to deal with people that understand you. People like you. Wouldn't your life be better if it was just you and different versions of yourself? Like, you actually get yourself. You understand yourself. Well, I hate myself in my own very helpful and anti-narcissistic way, but I also love myself in my full frontal and narcissistic way. So, when you see something like that, at first glance, it seems wholesome. You're finally meeting with people that get you and understand you, but also you are completely sacrificing your individuality and everything that makes you new. It's like, it's a mix between a place where you could fully explore who you are, but also you are completely trapped in a monotony where your individuality is meaningless. And it's a very interesting concept, a very interesting side-by-side. emotions. You kill the cripple. So based and real of you. If they're a cripple, but they deserve to die, you kill him. None of this stupid, hey, he's a cripple, I'll take it easy. No! Cripples deserve the same level of treatment. See, I am not ableist. I would drop kick a cripple the same way I would drop kick a not crip. I'm so real for that. I'm just so based and the very poggers Chad type, as I would say. Amy Midnight, thanks for the prime.
When you live from day to day, city streets don't have
And they're all drinking because they're all
much pity.
And here, what's crazy is even though they're all Ricks, here you have a Rick that's a higher class. And the literal same freaking dude here in the lower class.
Citadel Morning News. News about the Citadel in the morning. Pretty self-explanatory. Good morning. I'm Rick D716B, and I'm Rick D716. Must be
Oh, that's rough.
nice. Coming up, gravity outages in East Sanchez Heights. And is your uranium-powered cellular matrix making you sick? The answer may not surprise you. It's yes. It's uranium. Those
Yeah, you fucking idiot. It's like, dude, I am not going to be putting the Elon Musk Neuralink in my brain. Surprise, my brain works at a lower capacity than I would like it to, as is. I'm not willing to risk it by putting in other things.
stories and more after this break.
60 iterations off the central finite curve.
Dude, I love ads. This is just the Raid Shadow Legends of the Rick multiverse.
There's a Rick that works more with wood than polarity plating. His name is Simple Rick, but he's no dummy. He realized long ago that the greatest thing he'd ever create was his daughter.
I love Daddy!
Aw,
We
that's
captured
so
that
wholesome.
moment. We
That's
run it
so
on a
cute.
loop through Simple Rick's mind. And the chemical that makes his brain secrete goes into every Simple Rick Simple Wafer's wafer cookie.
Bro.
Come home to the impossible flavor of your
this-
own completion. Come home to Simple Rick's.
This is so fucking cursed. This is a concept that could only exist in a hellscape like Rick and Morty. The only Rick to truly find happiness in a simple life is something that's incredibly looked down upon by every single Rick, right? They're all adventures. They all want to take it to the next level. They're all out there trying to discover and invent and create and keep one-upping themselves. And this is a Rick that realized, you know, happiness is your family, what you contribute to your family, the people that you love, the people that actually matter. And they look down at this type of Rick to the point that they're willing to trap him in a stasis forever. Despite that, that is what they all secretly thrive. They all want exactly what he has. So they are going to basically, you know, milk him for that feeling that they can inject into themselves. It is such a dark, dark concept.
Just one day
Because is it even unethical? I mean, he's living in bliss forever. He's in the Matrix.
remains before our newly
It's
Democratic
so
Citadel
dark.
elects its first president. It's anyone's race among the Rick candidates. But a certain other candidate should be getting at least one vote for most adorable. That's right, the Morty Party candidate still in the race, and you just gotta love him for that. Here you see him in his little
The
Morty suit
Morty
waving.
Party
Isn't that
candidate.
adorable? Little jackass. Yeah.
And of course, the media is mega against him because, you know, he's a fucking Morty.
We actually have the audio for his speech here. Oh, geez. Oh, man, I'm gonna lose the election and stuff.
We had a good run, sir, but I think it's time to pull out of the race. I feel pretty confident about tonight's debate. You shouldn't, sir. You should be terrified. Maybe you should find a little faith, young man. You don't pay me to have faith. And we're the same age.
You don't pay him at all! It's like actually so dark in a weird, weird way. It's like they don't actually even think he has a chance. Honestly, it was kind of like the dark horse candidate like Trump in the 2016 election when literally no one gave him any respect at all that he was actually gonna win. No one even thought it was a possibility because this dude's a goober from television. He's just a random rich guy who doesn't know anything about politics. And he was just a laughingstock until man actually fucking won.
Oh, sorry. I was expecting...
A Rick partner? Lesson 1, rookie. Expect the unexpected. Now get in.
And this is like a jaded Morty. It's like, and the thing is, they're all the same age. This is a multiverse. It's not like he's 40 and the other Mortys are young. They are literally all the same age. He's just more jaded. He's had a tougher life. Meaning, this is something that would happen to any Morty given the circumstances. That's what an alternate universe is. This is the same dude. just with slight different variations in his life that turned him into this.
Mortys are human! Get the fuck off the car, you rickless fucking animal!
Rickless fucking animal.
These yellow shirts more riled up than a picture date Jessica.
That's pretty harsh, sir.
So report me. Nobody gives a fuck.
Look, I'm just saying. Makes me a little sad to hear a Morty cop calling Mortys animals.
Well, it makes me sad to hear another Rick cop buying into his sensitivity training.
Well, I'm glad to know there's more like me.
Oh, there was one. Why do you think that seat was empty?
Robbery at shit.
Avenue. Fifth
Oh, shit.
That's Morty Town.
Unit 7 responding.
Just tase the random Morty, because, like, who cares? They're a lower class of society. Like, this says so much about society in general. They use Mortys as the obvious people that cops terrorize as a metaphor for that, even though without necessarily saying it on the nose. It's just such a brilliant episode, a depiction of classism, and also a depiction of individuality. It's just the best episode in Rick and Morty, and it deserves more love and respect. Season 3 did not fall off.
Good idea, Rick.
Good idea, Rick.
This is a great adventure.
This is a great adventure.
I love being your new Morty.
I love being your new farty.
Very amusing, Mr. Smith. Almost as amusing as when your first Rick was decapitated on Zorpathian 9. Or was that your third Rick? How many Ricks have you had?
5.
I see. So you are top of the class in something. Tomorrow you'll be transferred to your new Ricks. Hopefully, they will be your last. Yes, look.
Because you're more expendable than they are.
Oh, Rick, Tall Morty, did I graduate this time yet? Anything's possible, Tall Morty. Ugh.
I guess we won't be seeing each other after this, huh?
I love this side plot of the episode because when this episode came out, I remember a lot of people complaining about the whole B plot of like these 4 Mortys just kind of doing their shtick. But I think it's so good. It's a lesson in causality. There are so many themes in this episode.
I say we make our last
so
day
well
count.
put together.
I say we go to the wishing portal. That's a myth. It's not a myth. My first Rick's 4th Morty knew a Rick whose Morty went there. If we're not here for graduation, our butts are gonna wind up in Morty Town. I thought your last Rick fused you with the lizard, not a chicken. Okay, fine. I'm in. Me too. What the hell? I thought I saw a fly.
Oh man, and it's the little wafer episode. Oh god, dude, this episode's so freaking good.
Listen up, fucknuts. I've been your supervisor for 5 years, but all shitty things must come to an end, and I have been promoted to regional manager. Yeah, I feel the same way. May we never meet again. Of course, that makes the position of supervisor available, so, as of next week, the ass you'll be kissing will be that of K83, affectionately known as Cool Rick. I know I'm new to the Citadel, and some of you might not think I put in my time, but what can I say? I'm Cool Rick! Yo, haha, check me out. All right, knuckleheads, any questions?
Nothing like some nepotism to get people in the spotlight. It doesn't matter that you're the hardest worker. It doesn't matter that you deserve it. It doesn't matter that you put the hours in. Cool Rick has shades, and that's all it took.
All right then, back to work, you gold rickers.
Ah, corporations. What a beautiful place.
No Ricks, no families, high up their asses and running amok. Mortys are raised to be sidekicks. Without a side to kick, they just start kicking. They were about my height.
That's so sad.
Around 14 years old. Oh, their shirts were yellow.
They were
Make sure
Mortys.
you get that down.
Any mutations, augmentations, 3 eyes, a tail, maybe a buzz cut?
No, just 4 normal Mortys. Normal? Put it in your blog. Let me turn over a few rocks.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Oh, jeez, man. Nothing, man. We're just hanging out and stuff. I hear that. Oh, jeez. I guess I'm supposed to be figuring out who robbed the store across the street, but oh, jeez, I don't know.
He's
oh,
just
jeez, man.
blending
That
in.
sucks that your Rick's making you do that. He's not my Rick. He's my partner. Oh, jeez. Well, maybe the uniform makes a big difference. Who am I to say? To me, you just look like a sidekick.
Bro, it's so funny. It's like the classism of people thinking that their own minority group or whatever is betraying them because they're sucking up to the man. It is on the nose. I take it back. It is on the nose. But you know what? It's a good message.
Call me a sidekick one more time. Call me a sidekick. Hey, man, come on. Oh, jeez. See how I paint a wall? It was the Morty Town Locos, man. The Morty Town Locos.
Do you realize how many codes you just violated?
Oh, jeez, Rick. What do I know about knowing stuff? Get in the fucking car.
More lasers.
Damn.
You can take more time to answer the question if you like. Okay, Juggling Rick, how would you solve the Citadel's financial crisis?
How would you solve the financial crisis? More lasers! He's so based.
First off,
He's just like Elon Musk.
can I just say that I believe this Citadel is the greatest in the entire multiverse.
I love that he said that line, because obviously, you know, politicians are they just flatter their voters. That's kind of their whole job at this point. It's just jerking off their entire fan base. It's not actually about ever, you know, doing something new or keeping your promises or any cringe stuff like that. It's all about just jerking off your voters into thinking that you like them and you will be their bro. So that's all cute and stuff. But it's also really nice that he's making a nod to the fact that if there are infinite universes and there are infinite Mortys, then there should also be infinite citadels of Ricks and Mortys, which is just a really cute nod to the fact that we are only watching, even though it seems like we're watching a full multiverse unfold, there is so much more.
Now, I believe the answer to your question has 3 parts. First, education spending must get much higher, but it has to be balanced with defense. Whoa,
Can we fact check this, please?
whoa.
Never mind, who am I kidding? This race is over.
That's how you run a citadel.
Yeah, sure.
The number of displaced Mortys is soaring, while Rick's satisfaction levels are plummeting, and the divide between the two groups has never been wider. Solve that one real quick.
I don't see a divide between Ricks and Mortys.
Oh, shocker. I'd like to offer a rebuttal. Gentlemen, I think we can all agree on one thing. Well, came out as 2 things, but you get the idea.
Yeah, based politicians, let's go.
The division I see is between the Ricks and Mortys that like the Citadel divided and the rest of us. I see it everywhere I go.
Oh, God.
I see it in our schools.
A real
where
answer.
They teach Mortys we're all the same because they're threatened by what makes us unique. I see it in our streets where they give guns to Mortys, so we're too busy fighting each other to fight real injustice. I see it in our factories where Ricks work for a fraction of their boss's salary, even though they're identical and have the same IQ. The Citadel's problem isn't homeless Mortys or outraged Ricks. The Citadel's problem is the Ricks and Mortys feeding on the Citadel's death.
Holy shit. He's headed for the flavor core.
But I've got a message for them. From the Ricks and Mortys keeping it alive.
So real.
A message
So real.
from the Ricks and Mortys that believe in this Citadel to the Ricks and Mortys that don't.
And what's so cool is it's not like the Ricks are satisfied being the higher class. Being an underling of the higher class is irrelevant to a Rick who wants to actually accomplish and succeed. Like, he's talking to everyone that isn't the actual top G.
You're outnumbered.
And it's something that only a Morty could say, because the thing is, Rick's major flaw is his narcissism. Rick's major flaw throughout this entire series is that he is not willing to admit fault. So, when you have a bunch of Ricks running for president, that they all know that there is something that's at fault, they never actually admit that there is. So they're saying, we'll just get more lasers, we'll juggle, we'll make fart jokes, because actually saying that you're gonna fix something implies that something is broken, and that is something that a Rick is not willing to do. Only a Morty can actually do that, and that is why they're actually a good team. His god complex is his undoing, and being that Morty is a quote-unquote inferior character, he can actually speak to them on a real level, which is just a very interesting way to approach this god complex attitude that is gonna be their undoing in this episode.
Holy shit. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I know. That's why you're fired.
Oh! But don't think you could get anywhere without a little bit of capitalism, baby. You think for a just goddamn moment that he's gonna just hand out victories? You think that just because he's talking the big game up there on the big stage, he's still willing to hand something out to the little guy? No, sir. If you are not directly proving towards his advancement, you are scum. Capitalism every time. Capitalism in Rick 100 years. Rick and capitalism. Capitalism. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Hassan, I don't know where you are, but you are probably crying right now on some shitter.
Sounds like you're looking for work. I can offer you a very enticing compensation package. First, let's talk benefits. Daddy loves you. That's Daddy's good girl. Your life is a lie, man. All your lives are
Don't you get it? They told us we were special because we were Ricks, but they stripped us of everything that made us unique.
We know how you feel. We're working stiff Ricks just like you, but our assembly line is justice. What are your demands? I want a portal gun. Unregistered, untraceable, with enough fluid to take me off this goddamn prison! The media's outside. We'll keep them there. Anyway, so yeah, the suspect said...
No! It's the C version of that
Citadel's
universe.
a lie, built on lies, and some other shit. I say appreciate the life you have, because it can always be worse. Back to you, Ricks. Thank you, Rick716C. That fucking guy. Tell me about it. Meanwhile, in election news, an unexpected turn of events as Morty from the Morty Party soars to the top of the polls. Yes, Morty, what's your original reality and where's your Rick?
Gosh, we moved around so much it's hard to remember. I see every Rick as my Rick. I hope they see me as their Morty.
Very wholesome, very nice, very cute. But you see, he could play the dumb card. See, Ricks are super willing to accept the fact that Mortys are idiots, and he's literally out there using every single Rick's god complex against them. That is his strategy. Using their discrimination to their disadvantage.
Another, please, with less water. Hey, cheer up, pal. Morty's gonna be president. Imagine this kisser getting blamed for everything. I guess I should have had more faith.
It's not faith you need. It's fear.
What's this?
It's secrets. What do you think it is? Look at how I'm dressed.
Bro, it's a dude in a trench coat giving you an envelope. Like, come on, man. Come on, homie.
Having taken aim at this
What do you think it
read
is?
it all for your safety.
Fucking idiot,
I'd
Morty.
rather live in hope than fear. If I had to fear anything, I'd fear other people's being afraid of fear itself. But no, I'm not afraid. Hey, Rick.
I love how he can mumble his way to victory just because Ricks don't expect anything more than that.
Man, when there's a Morty president, you gonna lick my balls or what?
Shit, grandson, you keep me peeling squab squamps and slipping nibs, I'll lick whatever ain't nailed down.
Okay, that's terrifying. Let's go. Didn't need to see that. Didn't need to see anything like that. Did not want that in my head. I forgot he was here.
Hands in the air!
What the hell, man? What the hell in hell? You guys doing a little chemistry homework with Grandpa?
Is this what I think it is?
Bootleg portal fluid.
Well, guess it wasn't ready.
I guess his math was off. Search the place.
Awkward.
Are you my new Rick?
It's okay, Morty.
Well, and he murdered him.
Jesus.
He stabbed me. He cut me bad, Morty.
It's okay. You're okay.
You were right. Everything I learned at the academy was...
Doesn't matter. Nothing's wrong with putting your faith in a Morty. You just gotta pick the right one.
Aw, is it that awesome? You see, even someone who's genetically basically a wimp coward dude, right? Someone who's just genetically he's an underdog, but any underdog could turn vicious if they're put into a certain environment. I love how this episode basically goes to show that it's the environment of someone's circumstances that really turns them into who they are. Yes, nature versus nurture is a real argument, and nature is a real thing, but nurture is so much. It is so much.
Is there a crib in here?
Something they do to make you feel bad.
Boy,
Okay.
got us knee-deep in paperwork, huh?
Go to the car and grab a Medipack. Let me worry about this. Same old story. Morty's killing Mortys.
Oh my god.
Almost got it.
Hey, y'all get the hell away from my damn mega fruit!
It's Farmer with his shotgun, Rick! Can we just acknowledge the fact that this tree is just basically a penis? Oh, never mind, my avatar, guys. Never mind.
This damn head, commit to this rural character so you can eat for free while you come of age!
And I also just love the comedy in this show. You think I'm gonna commit to this rural character? It's funny.
I bet the wishing portal leads to a reality where it's a bunch of French toast with boobies. I bet it leads to a place with a bunch of flies everywhere. Yeah, I bet it goes nowhere. I bet it's a big hole where the Citadel dumps all its broken dreams. Slick, why do you have to be so dramatic? You wanna know why? Because of this. I'm part of an experimental line of Mortys with a drama implant. How do you...
Bruh, and it's like, I can't do anything about it. That's just part of who I am. It's this level of futility that's so powerful and crushing. Even though that's not the case. They can follow their dreams. They could do what they want in their own weird way, but they're told they can't. A wise man in the comments said, it's not that Mortys are inherently cowards, it's that Rick makes them cowards.
You think it feels, Fat Morty, to know that no matter where I go, I'll always be the one that makes everybody sad and a little bored. Slick.
Just like every drama show, so real.
Implant isn't who you are, okay? You also roll up your sleeves. I
Yeah.
thought I was left-handed, Morty. Then you should use your left hand to eat more vegetables. Hey there, how you doing? Great to meet you.
I'm a plumber, sir. I'm a Rick and I'm a plumber.
That doesn't sound like Rick work. You didn't come to the Citadel to be a plumber, did you?
I sure didn't, sir. Mr. Morty, I cloned myself so you could kiss me as a baby.
This is just like a Morty baby.
Oh, so wholesome, so
Hey, did you end up getting a new job? Yeah, I did. Assassinating.
He missed! He missed! The stupid little bastard! He can't do anything right! Oh, no! No! Should've gone for that!
You look like you can use a good time. One dance for 10, two for 25.
Oh, it's a Morty lap dance. This is so cursed. They're children, please.
Thank you, and bad math.
Yeah, this is a good time.
What is this place?
The creepy Morty. What is it your kind's always saying? Don't think about it. Come on, there's someone important I want you to meet. Bubba,
Bubba, it's me, Jewish Morty, who happens to run a mafia. It's nothing but a harmless little stereotype.
Go with the Morty Town Locos. They had a little accident. They won't be causing any trouble anymore. Those were bad Mortys. Very bad Mortys. Big Morty likes to contribute to keeping the peace in Morty Town. Think of him as a drug lord and us as cops on his payroll.
Think of him as a drug lord. Think of her as a prostitute, and you as a living penis.
Morty.
Which Morty?
My partner. Morty, you're right. Morty Town is bad, but it doesn't mean that we have to be.
Hey, what's going on here, Morty? Which Morty? The cop, morons? Don't worry about Rick, Big Morty. He's new. He doesn't understand how it works. That's what you said about your last partner.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What happened to the last partner, huh? What is going on? I also just love how obvious the social commentary is that here you have these Mortys, and they're literally the same guy from alternate realities. It's the same freaking dude. But because of the decisions they make and because of the circumstances that they have, some of them end up in completely different roles in different lives.
Why would you say something like that, Big Morty? You're fucking things up for both of us here. Wrong. He's fucking things up for both of you. Unless he takes the money.
Big Morty, you're under arrest.
Smartest man in the universe. They're just props! Not so big now, are you? I never was.
They were never friends. They were business associates.
It was figurative.
That's enough.
If we don't kill him, he'll talk.
If you do, I'll talk.
One thing's for sure, y'all don't have to worry about Cowboy Morty talking.
Yes! I have no dignity.
Mosey up on out of here.
You told me to put my faith in the right Morty. I've got faith in you, partner. Do the right thing.
Oh, Grandpa Rick, I don't want to be on the Citadel anymore. I want to be a regular kid. I want to go to school and throw balls around and masturbate.
He just like me, for real.
What the hell happened in there? Same old story. Rick's killing Mortys. Okay, man. Okay, got your point.
And it's so sad because at the end of the day, society bred these people to kill each other. It's the discrimination of society that bred all of these terrible things to happen. And yes, it's their own fault too, because they made their own terrible decisions to get there. But ultimately, it's not all their fault.
Portal gun. What the hell's he doing? Where am I? A bad place, but you're going to a better one soon. Hey! Hey! No!
Bro, how cursed is it? He asks for a portal gun, and he literally... he tests the portal gun on a dude who was living in bliss his whole life.
A portal to the blender dimension? That's the oldest trick in the book. I'm a Rick. I'm more Rick than any of you. Then you should know you
get it? Because he's a terrorist. Any terrorist is by definition more Rick than any of these guys.
just killed your only leverage. Then come and get me, motherfuckers! I'm Rick D. Sanchez III, owner of this here wafer establishment, and I say that the Rick in there
I
is
am an
right.
upperist
He's
class
more Rick
Rick
than any of you. He's a terrorist. What Rick isn't? The
So based and real.
Citadel was founded by Ricks for Ricks to be free. What's your name, young man? Rick.
I love Ricky Wonka over here, just out here.
And I'm same age as me, I know. How long have you worked here? 15 years? What the hell have we become? Whatever time you were gonna make him serve, he's served it. It ends now. Come with me, friend. Where are we going? To your new life, which starts with walking the fuck out of here. Yo, J22, give him hell! Alright!
This scene is so good. You are not ready. The following scene you are about to see is so powerful, is so great, is such a fantastic commentary on the depravity of society.
There's a Rick that held a factory hostage after murdering his boss and several co-workers. The factory made cookies, flavored them with lies. He made us all take a look at what we were doing, and in the
He even got him a free card.
bargain, he got a taste of real freedom.
Wow. Actual freedom. This Rick finally obtained freedom. What does any Rick truly want more than genuine, real freedom?
We captured that taste, and we keep giving it to him so he can give it right back to you in every bite of new
And they lock him up in the Matrix. The empty spot that he vacated. He is now forever stuck in that Matrix, reliving a blissful freedom that he can now give everyone else to taste for eternity. How unimpeccably cursed is that? How dark is this? The taste of freedom.
Simple Rick Freedom Wafer Selects.
He's just, nutting out of his
So
brain.
he can give it right back to you in every bite
Freedom
of new
juice.
Simple Rick Freedom
Man, Aaron Yeager's in the next chair on over. And they're like, Aaron, you won't hurt anyone ever again.
Wafer Selects. Come home to the unique flavor of shattering the grand illusion. Come home to Simple Rick.
Truly a freedom, a flavor freedom. Now, the irony of this is the same exact irony of the previous Simple Rick's commercial, right? With the other Rick with the kid that he actually loved. It's incredible because in the first one, that simplicity is what everyone wanted their whole life, but it's something that they all look down upon. And same with this freedom. You see, them living on a citadel of Ricks free from the shackle of any government, they think they're living a life of freedom when in reality they are just shackles to a government of themselves. They are shackles to their own monotonous life and their own lack of individuality. That is what they are shackled to at this very moment. So them eating a Simple Rick's flavor is them actually getting what they want without them admitting to the fact that they aren't free. Because remember, this is Rick's God complex admitting that he's always in the best possible spot, not willing to admit to himself that he is a slave. It is so dark. This episode is just so gold. And I wish more people appreciated Rick and Morty for its highs instead of making fun of it for its lows.
It is real.
It is real.
After you.
Sorry. Just had to do it.
There it is. The wishing portal. They say for your wish to come true, you have to give up something really important. For me,
I love this part too. It's like always the dream of something greater.
that's my panini maker. I wish for 1,000,000 sandwiches. And yes, I see the irony. I guess I wish I had something cooler than this dumbass surfer necklace. I wish incest porn had a more mainstream appeal.
Chat, he just like you! He just like you! Bro, he and you are like literally the same guy! What? He's so real for that! I forgot that line was in there. The show is just actually hilarious too. Like, let's forget the weird implications of the cringe social shit. The philosophical crap, but like, he just like Nux for real, for real? No! Don't say that!
For a friend of mine, none of those things are gonna happen, you know. Morty wishes never come true. Not on the Citadel. Then why did you bring us here? Because I wish that would change. I wish anything about this life would change. Well, I hope you're putting something pretty goddamn important in there. Me too. But I doubt it.
Bro. No! So dark! I wish I'm putting something important in there. Yeah. Me too, but I doubt it, as he throws himself in. A life of monotony and a life with no future is not a life worth living. But what's even scarier than that is that he wishes for something to change, and then Morty gets elected president, and suddenly everything did change. So, did his wish actually come true? Like, I love the obvious causality of it all. Like, where, even though obviously it had nothing to do with it, because these Mortys are gonna live to see it, they're gonna think something actually did happen. Of course, it was the dramatic Morty that throws himself in! Oh, no!
Maybe it went somewhere nice.
Garbage dump. Stand back.
He had to be stopped. He couldn't be allowed to win.
Then you should have worked on your aim, bro.
He's alive? No. You gotta listen to me. I worked for him. I was his campaign manager. That Morty is not what he seems.
Yeah, well, no Morty seems like a president.
He won?
Yeah. It was a blowout. Would hardly call it a blow.
And they kill him. While, without even like a second thought, because, you know, he's just the scum of society. Like, who cares? It's just a Morty.
Wow, it was almost close enough to trigger a recount. Jesus, what are you, joke security now, too? Why am I still here? I already confessed to everything. Your case has been reviewed. You're free to go. But I violated at least a dozen departmental codes. New department, new codes, new
Everything
citadel.
is changing.
Did we miss graduation? Where are the new Ricks?
No graduation, no new Ricks. The school's curriculum is changing.
To what?
I don't know and I don't have to know. I've been fired. Good luck, turds.
Holy crap. Slick's wish came true.
And meanwhile, they think that it's because of the wish that this is going on. It's cute.
Sorry I'm late, Mr. President. Had a little crisis at work. Worth it!
It's no problem. A little more off the top. You were saying, Garment District Rick?
We were saying, President Morty, that we don't care who sits in that seat. A Rick, a Morty, a goddamn Jerry, doesn't matter. We've been running the Citadel since before the council, and you'll find that we're still running it now.
Because it turns out, you know who's really running the government? You know who's really controlling the government? It's all the random rich people in the city. It's not about the president. It's not about the judges. It's not about the jurisdiction. It's not about anything that the public actually thinks is real. It's all about the mega corporations, the rich people, the people that are so powerful that the government doesn't want to fuck with them.
Does he really speak
The femboys.
for everyone here?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important to be clear. Raise your hand if he speaks for you.
Is that enough off the top?
No. Is it?
Yes, goddamn, yes. Great.
Good. This seems like a good time for a drink.
baby.
A cold, calculated speech with sinister overtones.
I love how he'll say, it is time for a cold, calculated speech.
A speech about politics. About order.
Right? And it's also just cute, the new emblem.
Speech about politics.
Right? The new emblem is, it's the Rick R with the Morty spearing through it. Like,
About
just
order.
cute. Why not?
Brotherhood. Power. But speeches are for campaigning. Now is the time for action.
Oh, shit. And then it's just space. A space full of every Rick and Morty that doesn't fit with the status quo. It was the same Morty that appeared 2 seasons earlier. This episode is god tier. It is a actual goated episode. Rick and Morty is a great show, and enough of people slandering it, saying it's become cringe. Yes, there are some cringes and stuff, but when this first episode came out, I lost my mind. This was an incredible episode of fiction. An incredible episode of fiction. And we still don't know the full truth. We know a lot more about that Morty than before, but we still don't know the full story. We don't know what actually ends up happening to him. And it's literally years until you see him again. There are some cringe episodes of Rick and Morty, don't get me wrong. But on this channel, I love watching terrible things, like Velma. Because it tortures me, and all of you like my suffering and torment. But I also love watching great things. I love praising what's good as much as I love shitting on what's bad. And that's what this episode of Rick and Morty was. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam!